Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Prelude of the Chamber version 2. Let me fix my game window here a little bit. Adjust the size. Get it looking right here. There we go, that's better. Okay. So, let's see, where did we leave off? About 2 weeks ago, I guess technically 3 weeks ago, I had pretty much gutted this, cut out the whole back end because I realized I could fit a whole bunch back behind, like all of the imagery back behind it. If you haven't watched the other one, I'll explain it a little bit. If you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then for the following 2 weeks, I was basically on hiatus for the holidays. So I just kind of took a break. It was much needed. Been doing this a while, you know. It's good to take a break every now and then. And yeah, I'm gonna be going over my the new imagery. This is where I left off before. I pretty much just tagged this on here. I've got to take and copy that about like 8 more times over. So this is where I'm going to be storing non-cullable imagery, and then I'm going to be doing the more advanced stuff, which is the actual cullable circuitry right here, and packing it all into packing it all behind the screen so that I can have the proper images show up when I send the proper signal to the proper thing and the proper blah blah blah. Let's see. So basically what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to first take and copy this and stack it a few times. I can't guarantee how particularly entertaining this episode will be, considering that basically what I'm going to be doing is programming in images that will be displayed on the screen here, and you know, so it's a somewhat tedious process, but it's all part of the building great big things, is, you know, tedious stuff. And this great big block, if you missed out on the last episode, episode 3, is now completely and totally useless. So basically a lot of work that was done in the first and second episodes just got trashed. Start over from the beginning. Such is life, especially life of a redstone engineer. Because if you're just now tuning in and you don't know me very well, I make this up as I go along. I have no idea what I'm doing for the most part. I'm just kind of going along, going, oh, yep, this will work. Oh, yep, that'll work. And hoping for the best. And when it doesn't work out, well, then I say, oh, well, that didn't work. And tear it out and try something new. So that's the whole fun of being an engineer on the cutting edge of redstone technology. Dun dun dun. Alright, so anyway, enough blah blah blah. Let's get started. First, we're going to stack this another 7 times out that way. Kapow! Which looks beautimous. A great big solid block of scary redstone-ness. Now this particular block here is my reference block. This is where the player will be standing, right here, so that I can stand here as well. And I can double check and make sure as I look off into the distance that the chunks are loading properly, so that I know what my maximum distance is. And I've got another marker out here. This is as far as it will load outward. So in other words, I have to fit all of the imagery that I'm going to be using for my game, since I'm going with the behind the screen technique, directly behind here, and cram it all into here. This is my maximum distance. So if I can't cram it all into there, then I'm going to have to either there's going to be two options. Number one, I abandon whatever those images were going to be, which sucks, to be honest. Or I revert and copy all this imagery over and stick it in this great big block here and revert back to the old curved around type, which will add a bunch of ticks but save the features. And if it comes to that point, I'll cross that bridge. And if it doesn't, well, woohoo! I've done something right! Yay! Alright, so we've got the first 8 rows here. This is the imagery that I'll be working off of. Alright, here. And I've got, these are the edges on the right side here. And then the edges, because the edges are dynamic, and as well as the bars, I've also added the bars into this because they don't have to be cold either. So these are the images I'm going to be programming into the standard ROM, which is this good stuff. And hang on a second, let me set time today. Yay, daytime. Okay. So what I'm going to need is some this. Let's check it, make sure it's working. We got a pixel! Yay! Pixels are good. I like pixels. Pixels and I are friends. Let's try a random other pixel. Let's say this one. I don't even know what pixel that is. It's that pixel! P time at day? Okay, let's try that. There's been a few improvements to our server since the last time I was on here, and I'm still trying to catch up and figure out what all is what. Oh, excellent. We can fix the time. Actually, that is a pretty cool feature. I did not know we could do that. Let's see. I want it a little bit brighter out than what it currently is, though. Is it like P time noon? Does that work? Hey, that works. Okay, so we can do P time noon, or at noon. Ta-da! And it'll be stuck. I'm assuming, since this is a functional thing on our server, that this does not affect redstone interactions. I know that back in the early days of the RDF, we had a similar plugin to this, but whenever we would freeze time, it would freeze redstone. It wouldn't let the redstone process through, so we had to abandon that nice little mod. But apparently, or I should say not apparently, obviously, that new thing works because, hey, look at that. We got pixels and they're turning off when I break stuff, which is good. So, yay. Let's see. Hang on a second. Excellent. That's much better. I've always liked the smooth motion. Wow. That is so much more. I don't really like the new smooth motion though. It makes it really hard to like precisely aim stuff. I'll have to mess with that later. Okay. Not a Zombie says, so what is this? This is Prelude of the Chambered version 2. If you have not yet seen Prelude of the Chambered version 1, you can check that out on my YouTube channel. www.youtube.com/BarrickCook, and there is the video of that functioning. Basically what it is it is a 3D dungeon crawler based on the 3D dungeon crawler created by Notch for the Ludum Dare competition, which is a really cool game. And I've been able to convert that and use it and make it playable inside of Minecraft, which is also pretty cool, in my most humble opinion. The old version of Prelude of the Chambered used a 45-degree display, which and this one is going to be using a obviously the flat piston-based display, and it also looks a lot nicer. Thank you to the everybody who helped work on this. I think I'm gonna sign somewhere. No, I don't know what that is. Somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. A block with everybody that helped out. Expert and Fisonium and Goldie and Shrug and Redstone and TJ and mine and all these people. Proper English, Sneaky Rat, Pip-Booey. They were all my. And if I forgot someone, sorry. They were all my personal army and helped me to bust this thing and do all this stuff, which I have subsequently rendered obsolete and completely made their work useless. But, you know, it was the thought that counts. So, yeah. Alright, so, back to actual work. Work. But it's more fun to play. Oh, technically it's more fun. It's fun to work on this stuff too. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. Alright, so looking at my imagery on the side here. I got 1, 2, 3 in, 3 in, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is going to be very interesting when I finish this. Well, this particular part of me putting all the lines in and stuff. Because right now they're all on. And so this one is on, and the one behind it will be on, and the one behind that will be on, and so on and so forth. So we'll get to kind of see all of the images like puked out onto the screen all at once. In the first Prelude of the Chambered, whenever that happened, it would make some really neat, nifty looking patterns. So hopefully we'll have the same thing, and it doesn't look terrible. Oops, I think I went too far. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Now we'll just double check and make sure that looks right. Beautimus. It's a line. We like lines. Lines are good. Okay. That's it. Bring this around here. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to rearrange my little imagery so I can see it better here. There we go. Okay, so down here. That should do it. Okay. Now we've kind of breaking this up a little bit because we've got the one line in the side here, which you can see here, and I've got to make another line on the other side over here. That's two separate things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we'll start knocking that down. And these two lines that I'm drawing right now are going to be independently controlled. So right now, because of the way it's designed, is connected, so it's not independently controlled, but it will be when all is said and done. 1, oops. 2, 3. I think that should be correct. Yay, 2 lines. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. So I'm gonna put it down, put that there. And alright, so that's the first one. And then I'm gonna make another one. Another row back. This one's gonna be a little more tricky. Actually, let's take and let's find some middle points for reference purposes, because it'll make things a lot easier. Let's make them out of sandstone works. Bye bye. All right, so sandstone middle points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so this is the middle point. And actually, for all of these, I can just smash them. Hey, don't you come back on me. What's your back talk? Go away. Go away. Why are you not going away? You should be going away. I am suspicious of this. Break? Break? Aha, that's what I figured. Alright. I don't know what just happened to the server, but the server just booted me. So, well, who knows? Hiccup of some kind. Hard to say. But we're back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, now, go away. Ha! That's better. Die! Die! Mwahaha. Okay. I'd have to do that to all of these. I don't really want to do it to all of these. Let's see. Let's start it right here. Ooh, that's not supposed to go there. It's supposed to go there. Yeah. Now let's take. Ooh, we can stack it. If we stack it, it will work perfectly. Wahaha. I don't call myself a genius for nothing. Alright, so let's see. If we take that and let's see, stack one down. Oh, booyah! Yeah. Love it when something works. It is always the best when it works. It's terrible when it doesn't, but it's always the best when it works. Let's make sure that's in the middle. Yeah, that looks like it's in the middle to me. Alright. Stack 20 down. And that'll give us all of our lovelies. Lovely lovelies. And then it'll also allow me to easily cut that all out later on, which is cool. Okay, so we got that. We already got that put there, so we're gonna put the other thing over here. All right, let's counter out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So. Give the position here. Hey, wait a second. Tea time at noon. That's better. All right. 1, 2. What was my number? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hope you don't mind my theme music. Okay. Alright, so actually let's cut these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh crap, wrong one. Yeah, that worked too, I guess. 5 and 6. Okay. Alright. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. Like so. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I think that's about right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I guess it's not exactly right, but it was close. Real close. Off by 1. Not an uncommon error for me, apparently. Okay, so there we go. Get out of my way, interface. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now we've got the next one, which is a couple of little tiny ones in the middle. That should be pretty easy to find. So we go down toward the middle. And, hang on a second, let me make some modifications for reference purposes on here. Let's see, if we mark the middle. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. Middle there and middle there. Okay. So it is 2 over from the middle, and then right in the middle. Okay. Should probably put the middle, make some kind of marker for the middle here too. Oh, there is a marker. It's just a straight line. I think that's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is the middle. Yay. I like it. Okay. So we've got that one and we got that one, and then we'll go into the middle. This is the middle, and this is over. 1, 2, what was it? 3? Did I say on my little thingy here? 1, oh, 2. 2 over from the middle, which is right there. Okay. And 1 above, and 1 below. Okay. The sandstone's a marker. It's so that when I'm in the middle of this thing, I know where the middle line is. Otherwise, it's so easy to get lost in these things. ROM banks are a pain that way, especially when you're trying to draw an image by hand. Okay, so that should cover that. Yay! Nope, this is not the internet project. This is my own. Oh, that's right. I forgot I got on TeamSpeak last time. Yeah, I can do that. That's just kind of a thing I do for my peoples, my fellow RDFers. Work. What? No, go away. Okay, there we go. So that they can listen in without having to stream the video, which is cool. Give me just a second. I'll get my TeamSpeak up here. Get connected. Get you guys set up. Minor distraction from everybody.
Connected.
I'm gonna hop in my own little channel.
Hey.
I don't even remember. Oh, chat room. I think
Channel
that's what it was
switched.
last time. Okay, so I'm gonna chill out in chat room. If anybody wants to
User
hop
joined
on
your
there,
channel.
you're welcome to. That's on part
User
of the
joined your
RDF or
channel.
anything.
User joined your channel.
I'm gonna be muting everybody else because right now my speakers are down, are all the way down anyway.
Can you move me back?
So I'm not even gonna be able to
User
hear
left your
anybody.
channel.
Let's see. So, yeah. Where's that? It's got to be a setting for that. It's quick and easy. Mute everyone else. Where's the mute everyone else button? Mute. Ooh. Playback profile? No. Mute? No. Oh well, I'll deal with that if somebody hops on the channel and chats. So please don't. Anyway, here we go. We've got a couple of lines. The neat thing about this is you can actually start to see where the wall lines are going to be. These are going to be the corners of walls, and depending on whether there is a wall here, there'll be a line that connects these two to make a solid wall, a solid face, if you will, of a wall. If there is not a wall there, then we'll have lines going back, like
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
and connecting these, so that it shows like a hallway. And of course, there will only be a hallway type shape there if there's a block here, and if there's not a block here, the lines will go all the way across, and blah, blah, blah. But that's all for later on, when we actually program this thing. And speaking of programming it, I'm just going to kind of ramble a bit while I plug in some more imagery. Imagery is fun. Fun imagery. Wow, those other ones are going to be pretty easy. Yay! I like it when it's easy. Easy makes Barrick happy. Because too much of this is hard. Alright. Let's see. Not a zombie. Oh. I think I switched that. Alright, hang on, Pip-Boy. Give me just a second. Priority speaker. Let me change my settings. I wasn't set to automatic. Or to just continuous transmission. There we go. Apply. Okay. So now you should be hearing me just fine, Pip-Boy. Let me get rid of this. This is in the way. Shrink down. Okay. Now zombie asks, aside from the display, what's going to be different than the last one? That's a very good question. The last one had very little features. You walked around, you broke 2 walls, and you couldn't even go any further than that because of how I designed it. It was a prototype, and it, to be honest, was very poorly designed. It pretty much was just functional. The difference between that and this one is, for one, I'm going to have an additional layer of depth so that you'll be able to see further. It's kind of like, you know, fog distance in regular Minecraft. I'm kind of bumping the fog back, which is pretty cool. The other thing is that I'm not going to be using the map from Prelude of the Chambered. The reason for that is because everybody knows that map. Everybody that's played Prelude of the Chambered will just be playing it over again, and that, to be honest, is kind of boring, because if you really wanted to play the original Prelude of the Chambered, this is a terrible way to play it, because it is going to be slow. And so effectively it was just a novelty. The new one is going to be my own level layouts. Same engine, same concept. I'm basically taking the same engine that Notch was using, and same elements to it, like the items and the destroyable walls and all that kind of stuff, but making my own levels so that the game will be unique and it'll be fun and people will actually have a reason to play it, or at least trudge through the slowness if they are patient enough to do so. Other than that, it's just kind of a novelty. That's about all it's good for, and a technical achievement. A lot of people like to make 32-bit processors. Those are awesome. They have a lot of functions, but again, what are they good for? Thank you, Shrog. I appreciate that. Shrog modified the channel so that nobody else can talk for me on TeamSpeak, because he's just awesome like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think this is where my next one is. Just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So 4, 5, middle, and then we go up 1 like so, and down 1 like so. There we go. And that's good. And then the next one over is going to be very similar. It's just going to be here, here, and here. As you can see, right on the edge. That's the easiest one by far. 3 little measly pixels. Okay, so now I just have to do this exact same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yep. Sometimes I have to double check myself. It's that old saying, measure twice, cut once. For me, it's count 5 times, place the torch 8 times, and eventually I'll get it right. Okay. Let's see. Middle. Through. There we go. And that's... See what I mean? Case in point. Case in point. How did I even do that? Sometimes it's best not to ask such questions. There's the middle point. 1, 2, 3. So this one is 1 far down. I got confused. I got lost in my own little thing. Like I do. That is what happened. Okay. So put that there. Excellent. Okay, and now you're kind of seeing some of the other stuff. Like these guys are the walls, or at least they will be. And you can kind of see how the walls are on the other sides here, left and right. And the ones on the sides, like these guys, will only be shown if the ones in front of it are non-existent. So, that's kind of cool. That will be a fun little thingy. Okay, now let's add the bars. Yeah. The bars of justice. Let's add them. Okay, so I need to start from the middle. Oops. I'm going to do the same little nice marker thingy that I did before for my own personal reference purposes. And we go from the middle and we go 1, 2, 3, 4 up and 4 down from the middle on each side. 1 in each. So, yeah. So basically 1 in, like so. And then 4 up on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I believe, hang on, let me get back over a little bit. Actually, let's just do it from the top because that'll be easier. So we'll start at the top, and then you move over, what, 2, right? Yeah, it's just one right next to it. Okay. So a blank one, and then a full one, and then we're just gonna run down the line here and stop when we run out of torches on the other side. And then they're out of torches. Okay. Let's go see how that looks. Excellent. It looks fantastic. I think. It actually overlaps. But it shouldn't. Oh, it's not overlapping. My bad. That's right. It's not the fact that it's overlapping, it's the fact that the signal's is so far back, it's not actually reaching the repeaters. Which is a problem I should have anticipated. I really should have. That would have been brilliant for me to anticipate that problem. I want to say I did anticipate it, but from the looks of this, oh yes. Okay, good. I remember what I had planned. Okay, so basically I just go like this, and I'm gonna whoops, and let's see, expand by 1, and then stack by 20, and voila, we have the solution. Okay, so Plasmatech, yes. I don't know if you're actually watching or not, so maybe I'll... Hi. Yes. Oh. Hello. Or hello. Hello. Hi, Maxie. Alright, so let's see. Now I needed to I have to pump up the jams here. I can't believe I just said that. Ignore the fact that I just said pump up the jams, please, because that's rather embarrassing. Alright, stack 20 up. And that will solve our little signal degradation issue. And ooh, see? It looks wrong. Something's wrong. What is wrong? It is not balanced properly. Okay, so here's this. 1, 2, 3. That's not 4. What? How did I miscount that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How am I getting off by 1? I am terrible about that. I am a terrible about that. Ah, alright. Let's fix it right now. See what I mean? Measure 3 times, place torch 8 times. Hope to God it works. Alright, that looks much more centralized. Much more better. Much more better. Let's make sure that that's how it's supposed to look. 1, 2, 3, 4 up from the center. And that's how it's supposed to look. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is bad. What am I doing? How is this even 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna, you know, sometimes it's just a good idea to stop counting because you get yourself even more confused. I've got that line there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's centralized. It's good. I'm gonna just leave it alone and let it be. It's kind of like when you're writing. You know, if you go through and you edit your stuff enough times, eventually everything looks wrong. Doesn't even matter if it's right or not. It looks wrong. All right, so this is the middle. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. 1, 2, like so. Yes, yes. Very good, very good. That's good. Okay. I am probably offending like so many nationalities with my terrible, terrible attempts at their accents. All right, 1, 2, 3, 3. Yes, yes, yes. 4, 4. Alright, and that should, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. But I don't really like how I'm doing that. Mainly because it's slower than the old way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. See? It's so much faster. So much faster. It's all about the technique. Okay, so we got a funky looking shape of funkiness going on. It's good. It's kind of how it's supposed to be. Now we've got 3 bars in the middle to do. That's be fun. So 3 down from the top. Okay, and 3 down from the bottom. And in the middle. So going here. Let's see. It's supposed to be this one. 1. No. 1, 2, 3. And lines. Going down. Going down. Still going down. I should probably stop going down. Sometime soon. Relatively. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Ha! Perfect. Okay, good. Alright, so that should have a very nice, lovely line straight down the middle. Like it do. Perfect. Okay. Then the other thing I need to do is, I think, let's see, I drew it out, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 out from each side. So, let's start at the bottom. Just right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So, double check that. 1, 2, 3, and it. Should have 3 spaces in the middle. We do. All right. Let's start rolling up. And we'll roll up until we run out of torches on that other side, just like we did before with our other technique, which seems to be a good and not as confusing technique. Did I pass one? Nope. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, excellent. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Continuing to go down. Okay. Okay, so excellent. We're starting to get a blob of imagery. That is good. We like blobs. Blobs is good. Okay, so now we're gonna get on the middle. Make sure we're on the middle. And let's see. I'm gonna put it in the middle. How far up from the middle? 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. Yeah, that makes sense. It's consistent with the other ones. Okay, so Sneak under here. Sneak over. One. Let's make sure that's the right one. Yes, that is the right one. Most indubitably. Okay. So we got one. Hey, let me up. Thank you. Two. No, wait. No. One. Haha. 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go out. I think I only had these spaced like 1 apart. Right? Yes? Yeah, these are just spaced 1 apart. Let's go back over here so we can do the whole running out of torches trick. Continue upward until we run out of torches, like so. Excellent. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And this side. Good. Okay, good. Alright. Now, theoretically, that should be correct. And theoretically it is. That looks good. That looks very good, in fact. Alright. Give me just a second. Grab some water. I don't want my voice to give out. That'd be terrible. Good. Okay. No. We got that. We got all those lines. Now things are a little bit more tricky. Most of this gets split up. The only ones that don't get split up are the last two, because as you can see by this, they're divided up on either side. So I have to make a chop in the middle. And the other thing I have to, but that does not apply to the two central ones, the ones at the end. So basically for all of the middle positions here, everywhere up, I have to split it in half, which I can do because I so conveniently set sandstone air. Wait, oh, replace, not set, my bad. Place sandstone air. Oh yeah, bam, chop right down the middle. Right down the middle, just like it should be. All right, well that'll prevent the signal from going. Yeah, that's fantissimo. Fantissimo. Okay. The last two are not changed. Let's make sure that didn't like screw something up here. Nope. Looks the same as it always did. Alright. So there's all that. There's all that. That looks good. Looks as it should. There are some that transfer the signal all the way on like they're supposed to, just like they do. Okay. Yeah. My live stream is lagging a lot, huh? Oh, hang on. Let's see if I can fix something about that. Make sure that nothing is eating up my system resources more than it should be. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just... Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's try shrinking down the amount of data I am streaming. So that's good. There we go. I don't think that will affect me too much, and hopefully it'll work well better for you guys. Okay. Let's see. Right. Okay. Alright. So we got this. It shouldn't lag. I don't know why it's lagging. According to my little thingy here, it says that I'm streaming perfectly. So, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what the dealio is with that. Alright, so we've got our ROM done. I talked about going in and cleaning up all of the unused parts, but for right now I'm not going to do that. Basically, at this point, what I have to do is I have to take this guy. Come here, this guy. Boop. And I can copy him. Like, I don't know, like so, I guess. This should be a good spot to copy it from. I'm gonna paste it. Well, rotate. Actually, let's get away from everything so that if this screws up royally, which there is always a good chance of that happening, it doesn't mess up anything else. Let's see. We will rotate 180. Because we need to turn around, and which might actually put it behind me. So let's move it a little bit and paste. Ah, it did put it behind me. Did it put it behind me properly? It did put it behind me properly. All of this is good. All of this is good. Okay. So now, actually, let's make sure I know where this thing pastes at. Paste. Perfect. Paste just like it should. Huh. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start adding that into the mess of things. Let's see. Paste it here. Am I going to need a space there? Let's find out. Paste. I am definitely going to need a space there. Alright. Undo. Alright. Let's do it like this. Paste. So I got that there for now. And then copy this. Copy. Paste. Like so. And that'll fill in that beautifulness. That beautiful loveliness. Oh, right. Until this piston is initialized. Okay. I can fix that. Alright. And let's see, expand it. It's missing some blocks. Expand by 1 and stack it by 20, and that should, oh, I don't know what 2 minus is, and I'm glad it didn't try and figure out what 2 minus is either. Stack 20. Pow. Perfect. So that when this is activated, so, all of these will grapple onto their little thingies, like they should. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have done that, because now I'll have to do that with the... I wonder if I can stack it as is. Let's find out. Let's find out. I probably won't stack all of its stuff. Just a guess. Just tossing that out there because that would just be my luck. Stack 1 up. Oh wow, look at that. It actually remembered that there were blocks there. That is fantastic. That is the way it should be. Uh-oh. I wonder if that's going to cause an issue. I have no idea. Let's find out. We might have a problem here. Might. Don't know for sure. All right, so let's say, oh, well, that's actually not going to help me on that one. To test out the, wrong one. Nope.
User joined your channel.
Come on. Thank you. Okay, so if we put this here, it extends it down, and we have a signal coming that passes through, does it affect the other piston? It does not. Okay, well, since it doesn't affect the piston, we don't have a problem. Woohoo! Oh, that would have been bad. All right, so we've got a good system. We got a good thing going here. Let's go ahead and just stack that up by 20. Stack. Actually, hold on. Wait, this is terrible. I need to copy the whole thing so I don't have to do this twice. All right, let's take this all the way over here and make sure that we grab the little spacer that I added into this whole thing. And then go up by 20. All right, stack 20 up. Ta-da! Cool. Good deal. That works perfectly. I've got Notch in my channel, apparently, watching my live stream. I don't know if it's the actual Notch or not. I have no idea. Chances are no, but I don't know for sure. When it comes to Notch, it's best to err on the side of imposters. No offense, Notch. Alright, so we'll go all the way up. Get that going. And, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to work. So that's good. Now, let's see. How many of these am I going to need? According to my plan here, it's all according to plan. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just as many as I had before, but of course they're going to be a lot deeper now. So let's take and select this whole massive wall of stuff. Move it back, or not move it, but stack it back by another 7. Ba-ba-blam. Error. Undo. Alright. Cool. Well, Notch, welcome. If it really is you. I would be most honored by your presence in my live stream, for sure. You have made a fantastically fun little game here that has eaten up a significant amount of my time. Okay, let's see. When I made this over here, I put these things together, I think I needed an extra space in between them. Yeah, that's right, because it was 4 deep, not 3 deep. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to take and add this stack here. Okay, so there's that. And we're going to copy, not kapoo. Kapoo is incorrect. And we're going to paste, like so. So we have some nice feeds, like so. Alright, let's try copying that. Will it work? I have no idea. Make sure we space that out a bit. Hey, come back. Thank you. Okay. So that's the second position. First position is over there. We're going to go stack. Let's just stack 1 for now. To make sure that all of this is working right. which it doth appear to be. It doth, it doth. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and stack it to 7 times like we're supposed to do. Stack 7 more times. Plunk, 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 plunk. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And I've still got a lot of room that I'll be able to add all of the other little gadgety gadgmos. Gadgmos? Gadgmos, yes. All the other stuff that I'm going to be adding, like the treasure chest and the items and all that good stuff. Now the cool thing is that theoretically, I still haven't worked out exactly how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try and do this. When I actually build these things to have their little face panel, their faces, I'll be able to duplicate, not duplicate, but merge some of the dynamic objects with the standard faces by having a different activation signal go to it. Theoretically. I don't know for sure if that's going to happen, or if it's going to work the way that I think it should. I have no idea. But we'll find out. That's the fun. Alright, so when this is off, I mean, technically this is on, so that's kind of how that's going to be. Oh goodness. Alright, well right now obviously we've got all of our stuff on. We're going to be having to go through and program the imagery into this so we can start actually being able to draw legible walls. I guess I can start doing that now. That'd be good. That would be good. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, let's start from the top, because as it is the top, it goes all the way back. That is the way it's done. Again, sometimes I just have to have faith in my past self that I actually planned this properly. Oh, me of little faith. Let me, oh. Stupid roof. Not let me fly in to my own contraption. Okay, let's see what that looks like. We should have 3 little, yeah, we have 3 little pixels. Alright, oh, wrong one. Okay, now let's go down to the bottom, to the other 3 upwards, like 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3. Right. I hope. 1, 2, 3. Yes, good, excellent. All right, now let's do the same on the other side. And again, I'm gonna have to split these up in the middle, like I did. We'll see. Oh, that's superfluous. You are superfluous. I'll shave that off later. Doesn't really matter. Alright. 1. 2. 3. Right. Okay, and then 1. And a 2. And a 3. And that should be our first, yeah, that's our first set. Okay, good deal, good deal. Yeah, again, with the probably should be marking this with sandstone, you know, because reasons. That's better. Okay. 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 Alright, now we have to take and put... Wait, why am I putting that? Oh. Well, I'll go through and remove the stuff that I need. Yeah. Because I don't know exactly which one's going to be which yet. We'll just see it as I draw it. Alright, so this first one's done. Yay, we'll have the thing. Now, the interesting thing about this is, if you'll notice how this pixel is off, because it's out. If I take in the next display backward, and I turn that pixel on, like so, you'll notice it's not actually on, because this one behind it blocked the signal. See? On, and it's off. For more details on how that works, see episode, I think it was episode 2. Yeah, episode 2 I think is when I came up with this. Yes, it was. See episode 2. Alright, let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's bring this over so I can look at it some more. Okay. So now that one's done. And the second one is actually also a really easy one to program. It is the horizontal faces of the wall. It's going to come down 1, 2, 3 down, and 1, 2 in, and we just add a bunch of lines. There we go. Make sure I don't get lost in my own contraption, which happens a lot. Probably a lot more than it should. Oops. There we go. And up, and up, and there, and there. And that is a nice straight line that will not actually be shown because I have to deactivate this one first. Let's do that, just for more reasons. Alright. So because that's deactivated, I should have my nice straight line going across, which I do. That is good. That's kind of a neat looking pattern I've got going there. See what I meant? Patterns are cool. Especially ones that are unexpected. Alright, where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay, break. Alright, so that's good. That's the way it should be. We gotta do the same thing for the bottom one. 1, 2, 3 up. Right? Yep. And 1, 2, in. Okay. Okay. This is good. Making progress. There we go. Oops. One too many. Alright, so that's that one. And if we put up a torch here, we'll see a lovely line on the bottom of the screen, which is cool. And if we actually did that same thing up here, and we put another thing here so that we get that thing, we will have another lovely line on top. And other than the gobbledygook in the middle, you can kind of see how a wall is going to take shape. A wall face. We've got lines straight across, corners coming in, lines going down and over. And this would be essentially if you were, standing in a dead end. You'd be looking at a solid wall. Of course, again, if all the rest of that stuff was off, which it's not. That's cool looking. Alright, enough admiring my own work. Who am I kidding? I never get enough of admiring my own work. Alright, we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that, so that we get that back. And why is everybody typing? I will join in. Okay, so that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. So we got our third image. Set of imagery is going to be that. 1, 2, 3? 3? Is this 3? Hey, admin. I know what you want, Spawnf. I'm live streaming, so I can't help with your trial. Sad face. Very sad face. Alright, now let's see. So we got that. That's the second row back. Third imagery set is going to be next thing. I'll let somebody else type that in so that I don't just waste my time and your time, because your time is precious to me, contrary to what may seem like popular belief. Thank you, proper English. 1, 2, third one up is 1, 2, 3 in. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, let's go ahead and finish that because it's not quite done yet. Okay, so 3 in, and then 1, 2, 3 up in a diagonal angle. So 1. Ooh, this could get confusing really easily. 2. I hope I'm doing this right. 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then 3. Perfect. Alright. Let's do the same thing above. We're going to knock it in 3 torches. And, alright, yep, 3 torches, and then 1. Come on. 2. Oh, 3. There we go. Okay, so that should be that. Alright, now let's go over onto the other side. Do the same thing. Wait a minute. Did I do it on... Ah, I did it on top. I'm not supposed to do it on top. I'm supposed to do it somewhere down. Hello, Redstone Warrior. Of course, you're probably not on my live stream, so my hello is falling on... I don't want to say deaf ears, because all the rest of you aren't deaf. But other ears. Not for the ears that are... the greeting was intended for. I'm just gonna shut up now. Yeah, that'd be good. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go and 1, 2, 3. 1, and then 2, and then 3. Booyah! Booyah! I think. Oh, there it is. Okay. 3, and then it should be 1, and 1, and 1, and then nothing. Good. Oops. Whatever. Alright. So get that in there. That's the third one. We're going to go over onto the other side and do the same thing, but not exactly, because I don't want to have to redo it again. Oops. That won't do anybody any good. Just sit in the middle of nowhere. Make sure that there's stuff like that. Okay, good. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3, and then in 1, and then in 2, and then in 3. Right? 1, 2, 3, and then 3 over. Excellent. And again at the bottom. 1, 2, 3.
User joined
Right,
your channel.
yes, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and then 2.
User left your channel.
3.
I didn't know you could count.
And that should be it. That should be what we want. Actually,
Wait, can you
testing
not
this
hear
one
me?
is a little more difficult because I have to like deactivate all this. So my testing is going to have to come at a later time because I'm not going to take the time to build the activation switches in this episode. Unless I have the time to do it, because I'm only at, what, an hour and 10 minutes out of my scheduled 2 hours. So let's see how far I get along. If I have enough time, I'll do it. If not, well, then I'll have to wait till next episode. We shall see. Okay, that's done, right? 1, 2, 3, and then the 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. Yeah, okay, so I can move one back. Alright, so that's the... oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fourth one back is this guy. And this guy is also a relatively easy one. We have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. And then in by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I mean 6, actually. My bad. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, 6. And then run it across, like so, for the next set of horizontals. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. And then we do the same thing down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. All right. Yep. Good. There we go. Hello, Jassassin.
User joined your channel.
Hello, Jassassin is our wonderful server host. He is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
User left your channel.
2, 3, 4. Still really have to count because I don't even know what that number is supposed to be. So we'll go over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, good. So that's that image. Next set of imagery. You've come to bomb my live stream. Oh, to nose. Yes. That would be me. Okay, so the next row back is another, I don't want to say complicated one, but more complicated than just a couple of horizontal lines. And it is this guy, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same down as the other one, which is this guy. So we start here, and we go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 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 I see. Okay. And then we also have to slant that one upward because we're at the bottom, right? Yes. So another 3. So 1. And 2. And don't get lost. 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and over. Okay, so that's that one. Now we're gonna do up and do the same thing. Where is his little buddy? There they are. It's that line. So we go 1. Oh, wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then go down. 1, and 2, and 3. I am invisible. Mwahaha. I'm invisible. Hey TJ, how's it going? Alright, never mind, I'm just fast. Let's see. Hello to other people's MVP, and it's Leo. And Asarjo? Yes, something like that. My apologies if I am butchering your name, which is, you know, likely. Just tossing that out there. Okay. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. I'm on the top, right? Yeah, I'm on the top. Sometimes I lose myself. 1. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Hate you. Alright, let's figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Where am I? Alright, I'm lost. Let's just start over from the beginning. Alright, 6 in. And then 1 down. And then 1 more. Down. Yeah, down. And then 1 more down. So I should have 1. And then 2. And then 3. And then 4. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now we'll go down to the bottom. It's Leo asks, exactly what am I doing? And my answer is, exactly, I don't know exactly. I'm programming the images for my, the image components for my 3D game called Prelude of the Chambered, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Oh, right. So if we go back up here, trick was find the same layer as that, which is right here, and go over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 1 up. For those of you who are just joining that have not yet seen the other, well, that's different. I'm not 100% sure how that happened. What is even that? Go away. Ghost, phantom, torch of crazy? No. Go. Ah! Alright, well that explains everything. Okay.
User joined your channel.
Barrick, you crashed the server.
Slight malfunction in the
I watched you do it.
server
I watched you.
or something. Not sure exactly. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me.
Is it back?
There it is. So that's what I love about Jassassin. I don't even know what happened to our server, what caused it to do its little crash. I have no idea. Apparently he doesn't know. But he's got it set up to just like bam, pop on. Why aren't I streaming on Twitch? Twitch TV. I don't know. I like the tools that hey,
User left your
take the
channel.
time here.
User left your channel.
Time at noon. I like the tools that Livestream.com has. They're good tools for filming purposes and whatnot. Other than that, I don't really have a reason. Granted, I've never streamed anything on Twitch TV, so I don't actually know if it's better or not. All I know is that I know the tools here, and I like the tools here, so that's why I stream here. Right. And I think I just completed that while I was rambling about streaming locations. Yes, I did. Excellent. Into Legit asks, what am I making? I am making the version 2 of my 3D Minecraft Redstone game. Check out my YouTube, and you can see the version 1 in action, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. Alright, so the next, well, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, the last few ones.
Wake up.
The last 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the last 3 ones. Oh, good. I'm very glad that you did not just break a piston. Why, thank you. Alright, if I have a dead pixel in my display, I'm blaming Jassassin. Just throwing that out there right now. Alright, okay. So the next set... Ooh, I'm actually gonna... Hang on, I gotta fix this. Because this lovely bit of sandstone, I forgot to actually propagate it all the way down so that I can use it. I'm using this as sandstone markers. Yeah, just in case anybody was wondering. Yes, I don't know. I don't want to copy it. Screw it. Oh well. I can make it work because that's just what I can do. Okay, so let's go back to the third block, which is this guy. And this is it here. And let's see. So this is number 3. If we go all the way down to the middle, man, I'm going to need some kind of marker. I don't have some kind of marker. Or I could just count. Yeah, let's count. That'd be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See how easy that was? And sometimes just overcomplicate things. It's terrible. Let's double check my math. Oh yeah, booyah. Okay, so this is the middle, and you might want a better tutor, Treason. My accounting skills leave apparently a lot to be desired. Just saying. Alright, one, blah, blah, blah. So this is the center. If I go up 1, 2, 1, 2, stick a torch there, and then go out. 1, 2. Yep. 1 and 2. I do make everything with stone. I like the look of stone. It is a good look. 2, 1, 2. Okay, so if I go down and I go 1, 2 to here, which is right, 1. Wait a minute. That's the center, right? 1 space, and then okay, yeah, that's right. I'm right. Good. I'm good. Quit second guessing yourself, Barrick. Sometimes. Good. Okay, so that's that was easy. That was that. That's it. It's done. C'est la vie. No more. It is all done. Well, that row anyway. Next row back. Let's see. We've got this here. And we're gonna count inward. This is the middle. Oh, count inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Okay, so this is the center point for this. Excellent. From the center point
User disconnected
here,
from your channel.
Why did I make a center? I don't even need a center point for this one. I can measure it out from other perspectives. Okay, so this is the middle. I go 1, 2. Oh, wait. Who's counting? Okay, middle. 1, 2. Okay. In by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in, and then yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. And then I'm gonna go down another 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Weird, that looked wrong for some reason to me. I do not know the reason, but it was scary. Okay, so that's the middle of that. Good. That's easy enough. Do the same thing on the other side. Like I do. Okay, so here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bye, Assassin. Thanks for all you do. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That's the way it should be. They should be right now. Yeah. Just like that. It works. Will not break. Will not break. It broke. Okay. Last one. Same height as the others, but all the way from the edge. That's going to be super easy to do. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool. And then there should be the, oh, that was the lower one. Okay, now there's the upper one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Cool. And then on the other side, same thing, the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And there we go. We have got the basic imagery programmed into our fancy system. What does that mean? Good question. Basically what that means is I have all of the component imagery, which I will show you real quickly. Ta-da! This is what I was drawing off of. All of these are the component imagery that will make up all of the walls in the game. And also the bars for the walls with bars. And that imagery gets piped to the screen, which is here, which has a really cool like blend of several different images right now, all from the standard ROMs. The non-standard ROMs, the colorable ROM, which is back here, is not, other than the very first one, this one here, is not showing their passing their data through, because this is not. That's just how it is. Technically, I couldn't even show all of these at the same time if I wanted to, because that's not how they work. But anyway, let's see. Got down and that. Okay. Next step. It is about an hour and a half into my live stream, which is awesome. The next step would be building up the. Oh wait, nope. Before I forget, because this is important. I need to. Oops. Go through and chop out some of the middle sections in the cullable ROM. And the reason why is so that some of it can be displayed side by side, like this. See, I've got the first row of ROM, which is this. All right, here, that's the first one. The first one is split into two groups, here and here, so that they can be independently controlled. In order to do that, I have to get rid of the middle piece, or this sandstone piece here. But I have to do that all the way down. So give me a minute here. Actually, I can do it like this. I do it like this. 20 down. I can replace them all the middle pieces with sandstone. And then what? What? Hang on. Oh, my bad. My bad. I was like, why is there a torch there? There shouldn't be a torch there, but there actually should be a torch there. I was looking at the wrong ROM set. I'm really happy that I noticed that, because that could have really sucked. Alright, so we'll take that and stack 20 down. Pew! And that'll stack it down all purdy like. Flying through the ROM. Make sure it looks right. Yep, cool. And then flying back up to the ROM. Alright, and now, let's see, I actually want to take and replace this stone. Why? Because I just do. To simplify things. Set, no, not set. Replace sandstone with stone. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. It is, all is as it should be. And then I want to do, let's see, that was that one. Pretty much I only want sandstone on the ones that I need to separate. And that way, I can just cut them out by getting rid of the sandstone, which is cool. Alright, stack 20 down, like so. Okay, good, good. The fourth one, that was 1, 2, the fourth one only has 1, which is good. The fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 needs to, number 5 needs to be split. So let's see, that and that, and stack 20 down. So that adds it like so, and then let's see, the I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the fifth one, right? Okay, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one is good. The sixth one does not have one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 remains stone. The 7th and the 8th both get split. So that makes that easy. Select those. Stack 20 down. And then do the same for here. Stack 20 down. And we've got some good stuff. Now what we can do is select here and then go all the way down to the bottom and select, I don't know, here, I guess. That works. Doesn't really matter. And then replace sandstone with air. And voila, we have cut out all of our middle sections just as we had intended. Cool. Super cool, in fact. Now here's an interesting thing. I didn't actually think about this, but in those sections that the middle is actually on, I want it to pass through, correct? Correct. Unless it's off. Well, even if it's off. Oh! I do need to get rid of that. Huh. Well now. That's interesting. Alright, well, I'm gonna get rid of that. Like that. And also replace the thing. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. Not really, but that's good. That'll actually be really pretty easy to copy all the way down. I will just stack that down. So if we select that one, and we make a selection here, and then we stack 20 down. Oh god, undo. Took a chunk out of something that wasn't supposed to have a chunk and take it out. Did I break everything? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Because I did not select down here. This is what I need to select. So select here, up to here, and stack 20 down. And that should very nicely cut out in the centerpiece. And also, yeah. Ha 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 ha! He's brilliant. Brilliant, I say. Alright, let's do this the easy way. The easy way. First grab that. Come back. Thank you. Okay, and then go all the way down the bottom. Grab its component. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Grab its component piece. I don't know. There. That'll work. And copy and paste it instead of trying to restack and do all that stuff. Well, you're a little late. FU11 FU. I'm an hour and 36 minutes into the broadcast, and out of my 2 hours that I usually schedule for this kind of thing. So you're a little late, but you know, not too bad. Copy. And if I paste it, that should still work. Yes, 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 please, yes. Yeah. Eat it. Thing. Wasn't. Yeah. Okay. So that worked. That worked perfectly. And we'll just leave that gap there because that'll be good for syncing purposes. Yeah. Okay. So everywhere that there is a missing block, we just need to paste that into it. So replace it. Yeah, that should have worked all the way down. Let's double check it all the way down and make sure it's working at the bottom too. Which, yeah, it did. It did. Good stuff. I approve of this stuff. Okay. And we'll do the same thing here. Paste. And, oh, cool. Let's see. Berislav and it's Leo. Let's see. Yes, there is a redstone gap there. FU11 FU. And the reason for that is that these pistons shove down a block to complete the circuit as needed. Alright. So yes. Pistons, the spice or bane of redstone. Alright, it is a server. This device will definitely be posted as a schematic. I do that for all of my creations. Usually I post them either on the RDF website, which is the rdf.net, or I paste it also on Planet Minecraft to get the word out, because Planet Minecraft is just awesome. They are a great site. And of course I also paste it, I make a thread in the Minecraft forums, because everybody makes a thread in the Minecraft forums. So, okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. And yeah, that looks perfect. We still got our connected ones. We still got those, which is important. All right, so we've got our imagery programmed into it, which didn't actually take as long as I was expecting it to, which is a plus. That's awesome. We've also got everything split up the way it's supposed to be. The only thing left to do now is the activation signals towers. which I could work on because I've got 20 minutes. So I'm gonna work on these ones, and the reason why is I'm actually gonna copy over one for the ones here. And the reason I'm going to copy it over from my old project, I've got to figure out where the schematic is and all that stuff. I'm going to copy it over because I made a specific spiraling tower type thing that'll fit in this tight of an area that was a pain in the butt to design, and I don't remember exactly how I did it. So I'm going to just copy that over and use that instead of making it from scratch because I don't remember how I did it. All right, so let's see. Let's start at the front here. We're going to need obviously a block raising up here. How many blocks is this until the first repeater? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah. I'm just trying to think of how far I can go out before I need to have something boosted. I think it's boosted enough as is, which is good. Alright, so that's that. That works good. Yeah, something like that, I think. Because that'll pass on to that and connect to it, so. Alright, so that's that. Now, also, we need to make some, I wonder if we're going to have a problem with that. Let's find out. Basically, I'm going to be making standard basic stars. Hey! I'm suspicious. Oh, there we go. Lag stopped. Alright. So that's going to be like a basic standard spiral tower of doom. I guess it doesn't really matter whether it powers the piston or not. If it's on, it's supposed to be powering the piston. So, whatever. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. Okay. So that goes up, and this will spiral around and spiral around and spiral around. Like it's supposed to do. Let's see here. Now, because this is like this, I will bet that I can copy all snake-a-lack and stack upward. Wait. Wrong one. Right? Yeah. So if I select here, and then go down to here, and then stack it up. Actually, hold on. Let's get rid of this. I'll get sucked into it. Alright, so stack it up by 1. Up. I should have a oh. Sad. Actually, I can fix that. Oh, now let's do it. Stack 1 up. And that should trickery. Okay. So now if we stack that 20 up, we'll have stack 20 up. We'll have a lovely spiral staircase that goes all the way up to the top and connects in all of the places that it is supposed to connect to. Beautimous. Now, naturally, of course, Signal is not going to make it that far. Not even close. So what we have to do is figure out where we need to add boosters. So let's do that now. So it goes up and it goes up and it goes up and it gets dimmer and then it cuts out here. Okay, so if we stick a booster onto the end of this. What is a booster, you say? That is a booster. Just a way of, repeating in towers. And it goes up and up and up. And we can stick another booster here. Actually, we might not be able to. I don't know. Well, of course, it decays as it goes in, too. You're right. Which means that, you know, you got issues like that. Thank you, FU11FU, for pointing that out. Let's see. Well, let's see. See, I don't want to add a whole tick for every line. I want to, you know, speed that up and like, raw, get it going really fast and have the screen update as fast as possible. But that's going to mean I'm going to have to make some slight modifications, which is fine, you know, I can do. Hey, what? 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 What is even, what? How are you being powered? You're not being powered by that. I know you're not being powered by that, right? That's not powering you? No, it's not? Good. Because it shouldn't be. So, what is even... It's fairies. Yes. It is fairies. Fairies indeed. Stupid fairies. Alright, let's get into piston, brake, stick. Oi! Oi! Cut that out, fairies. But the piston shouldn't be getting power from anything. Right? Is it getting power from this? No. It's not. Oh no. I foresee a potential problem with this, for obvious reasons. But, well, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna mess with some stuff here. Interesting. Now, this is fascinating because we definitely have some powered issues and some powered interference. Okay. How are we going to fix this issue? Can I just stick a thing here? Is that gonna work? I don't even know. LOL. Alright, let's see. Let's see if that works. Which one did I stick it on top of? Oh, that one, okay. So there's that, and then I break it. And it's still gonna do the same thing. Man. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking is, yeah. Well, this throws an unexpected wrench into the entire project. Yay. Let's see. I may have to tear it down and build it again. I don't know. It depends on if I can fix this or not. Let's see. Let's do some troubleshooting. Let's mess around with some stuff. See if we can figure out a way around this. Okay, so that doesn't get up into that. That it thinks it's receiving power. Well, I wonder if that's actually even going to affect anything. And there's a reason I'm saying that, so bear with me here. That's going to be off. They're all going to be off. Not all of them necessarily. They're not all necessarily going to be off either. A line of repeaters. I mean, like an entire line, like here. I'm going across. And now if we break this, pulls itself back up. I can't have a line there because that breaks that. And it still hangs. I can't have a repeater above it because that's where this comes down. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, this is quite the challenge here, because we like this works perfectly, and then it doesn't when this is set up. I wonder. Well, let's see. I can probably. Oh, hi. Let's. Hello. I might be able to get away with that glitch being the case, and the reason why is because, like, all right, let's take this for example. All right, let's take a break. I need a switch. Give me a switch. There's a switch. There's a switch. There's a switch. Put the switch on the wall. There we go. Okay, so. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, future-proofing. This whole thing is a mess of failed future-proofing, so... yes, Strog, I am having piston issues. So, let's see. That, you know, everything's looking good there. If we break that... Stick it in there. I like that. Oh, good. Shrog is on the case. Alright. The one below and ahead will store the memory if it gets a block update, which it will because it's also getting data from behind. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And I will be getting data from behind, which will cause it to block. There's no way to prevent it from getting data from behind because that's part of the culling process. Yarg! Okay. I'm not going to give up on this design just yet, because it's a perfect design for this application if the pistons would work, you know, in some kind of reasonable way. So when that's on,
User
all
disconnected
of
from your
these.
channel.
Oh, wrong one. This is actually this one that I'm experimenting on. I could add another space, but of course I'd have to gut everything again, like I do, and build an adapter, which sucks. But that might, and that might be what I have to do. Hang on, Shrog's working on something. Yeah, Shrog might be working on this thing. So we got that. Alright, so let's see. If this is being powered above it, I need a way to get this. Alright, so this is that. When I break it, all of them should rise. These guys are not, because it thinks it's getting power. I'm all ears, Shrog. I am all ears. So this is getting data from behind. It's getting powered from here, or at least it thinks so. Hang on. I have a theory. I should say I have an idea here. What if I remove this block? If I remove this block, will that do anything? Chances are, no. But it's worth experimentation. Yeah, that didn't do anything. If we add a repeater here, will that do anything? Chances are no. But again, worth experimentation. I'll push down. Oh, wait. That worked. That worked. Ha ha ha! That worked. Woohoo! Found a fix. Unfortunately, that fix also adds a tick. Cronus Z says, that's exactly what I told you to do. Oh. Good to know. See, great minds think alike. Yes. Yes. At the cost of an extra tick for each layer. Yeah, an extra tick. I know. Yeah, as iAtlas says, one extra tick is better than a non-functional machine. Which is true. Let me think. If there's any way to get around that. Any way to shave off that extra tick. But I'm pretty sure there is not. Nope, that'll add a tick. What's that? No. I'm thinking. Alright, this'll work. You know, this'll work. Let me think about how much of a cost that will be on my rendering time. I have what, 8 ticks, not including any additional stuff I add to it. Yeah, I think we are, yeah, with that, it's basically either add additional space, which adds an adapter and also additional tick there, or I mean, 'cause I'd have to add a whole nother thing, a whole nother height layer. I don't even know if I have enough room to add a whole nother height layer. Ooh, have an idea. Okay. Uh-oh. Shift every other row one block backward. What would that do? If I did that, let's see what would happen. I'd still need the repeater here. Oh, you mean shift this back by one? Is that what you're talking about? Well, I'd still need a repeater here. I would need I would need a repeater here regardless, because otherwise no signal will get forward because there's no way to transfer the signal onward. Alright, I'm just waiting a second to see what Chronos Z has to say. Move the ROM thing module back one row as well. Alright, tell you what, let's pull out a test group of modules and mess around with it and see what happens. Oops. Alright, let's see here. Nope. Alright, so we're going to pull out a test group. I'm going to just copy it. Copy and pull it out here a little bit. And paste. And they said move it back by one. So we'll move it back by one. Alright, so if we're looking at this, let's need a lever. No. Okay. Oh, okay. Then what did you mean? So if we put this, hang on. Oh, okay, okay. Every other, gotcha. I think I see what you're saying. Gotcha. So, basically, hang on, let me fix this. I would be taking this hereabouts. Like so. Oops. Actually, I'm going to need to do the whole thing, aren't I? Ha ha ha. Okay, like so. And let's take that and move it back by one. Something like that. An interesting theory. Let's see if it works. Okay, first I need some torches above, of course. So let's say some torches back here. Let's go. Well, we really only need one torch to see if it works. So we got that one torch, and we've got that going on above. Now this is the lever. So. As far as I can tell, that works. Yeah, let's chop out this just for kicks. We. Okay, so that's that. And that is that. Yeah, you're right. Good job. That is fantastic. That will solve it. I mean, granted, it will definitely make it more difficult to program. A lot easier to get lost in when it comes to programming it. But not too awfully terrible. Yes, Strog. Make that plus what? What do you got? What you got? What you got? No repeaters needed. How are there no repeaters needed? Yeah, it does cut the wire, but the signal from behind, if there's like something back here, like so, it has to be able to go through. It has to be able to go through the block that's lowered. So this is not cutting the signal. This is activating the signal. When this is up, it's cutting the signal. When it's down, it's activating the signal. At least in mine. I'm saying in mine, not yours. I know. So in yours, when it's on, then it allows the signal to pass through. But now is that? But that won't work because then you can't tile that vertically. Can you? I don't think you can. Because your bottom piece here, this piece of redstone, is going to be on top of this piston, isn't it? Okay, I will let you work on that a little bit. If you want to come up with a good solution. I think Yoki's working on something too. Yes, Yoki, what is your solution? I think the problem is because this one will be powered. Like it has to have this redstone is what causes the bug. Like if there's a redstone either in front of or behind the piston, it will cause the bug. No, I know. Well, see, all right, hold on. Yeah, see, it's going to be the exact same problem, but, well, let's test it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. All right, so there's that. Let's say we have a thingy here, which is blocked, like it should be. We put that down, and that'll work good. Now, if we do that to the opposite, though, where we have it in the front, let's say Let's see. We want. Let's see. Let's think of how I can replicate this issue. We need to power this guy. Is it this guy that needs to be powered? With power going on in front of it? Yeah. Let's say we have power going on here. Alright. Now if we power this, ta-da! Same thing. Same problem, Yoki. This redstone right here is causing the update bug. Yep. So now you get it. Okay. Alright, so far, I like the whole shifting everything back. Number one reason I like that is because it's very easy to implement. Way easy to fix. I mean, all I have to do is select these, move them over by, 1, and it still retains all the data that I put into it. So, I wouldn't have wasted today like I have done in the past. Yeah. So I think that that's what I'm going to go with. Because it's an easy fix, and it doesn't cost any ticks. And it's perfect. And hang on a second. I want to add you guys to my wall, because obviously you're not on the server, so you can't be on my wall. You can't add yourself, so I want to add you guys on there. And I want to do this for everybody. I just realized that, but I can't. So if you have helped on this at some point, let me know, and so I can add you to my wall of awesome people who help with stuff like this. Okay, so Kronos Z. Let's see, FU11 FU, who actually has been here for. I think you were here in the beginning, weren't you? Like, were you here for episode 1? Which was awesome. So, yeah. There's you guys. Cool. And it's Leo, also, of course. It's Leo. Has helped. Alright. That. Sure, Atlas, if you go for it. Alright, get back to where I was. Alright, so basically we're going to have to shift all of this over by 1 in a fancy little way that makes everything work beautifully because, Kronos and FU11 and FU are geniuses. Yeah, it's Leo. I could use instant repeaters, but instant repeaters are large, and I'm kind of trying to work in space constraints here. And honestly, I have not done a whole lot of engineering with instant redstone, so it would take some further research by me and all that stuff, and yeah, I'm happy with as fast as it's going to be. I might look into doing something like that later on, though. Okay, anyway, I need to shift. Alright, so let's see. Let's leave the base one, I guess, normal. So we'll leave the base one normal. And we'll shift over by 1 here. Yeah, we'll let that row shift over by 1. So let's see. Let's take this, and we're gonna go over here, and stick this out here, and select that, and shift it back by 1. Let's make sure. Oh God, yeah. Let's make sure that we get the thing here. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a look at It's Leo's link. 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 Okay, there it goes. Link. Yeah, I don't know if that would work as far as making a if it would work as far as adding a tick, or if it would remove a tick. See if that pushed down, push that out, should probably work. It is quite a bit longer though than I would like, but I think, yeah, effectively that would work. As far as I could tell, Poo PP has only said, yeah, what he said. He has not actually put anything into this. Alright, so what was I doing? Oh, right, I needed to select outward by one because this has this, and I don't want to lose that data. So I need to select out one more than I had it. Which is to here. For sure that's the same, yeah. Okay, good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift this over by one. And cross our fingers and pray. Eek! Okay, okay. I think that is right. I think that will work. Let's see here. I want to make sure that this gets pasted up into here. So let's do that real quick. And then we'll make sure it connects. Copy. Paste. And I would use stack, but stack would delete the data, so I can't do that. So I just have to, oops. I just have to shuck it up and be tough. Oh, right, that's... Yeah, I gotta actually move this stuff now, don't I? That's so funny to me. LOL. Oh, crap. Alright, which one of you forgot your pistons? That looks like it's only you two. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Invisible blocks. Alright, whatever. Not sure what that was all about. But, that was interesting. Oh, now they're missing their thingies. That's just so great. This is so great. I think I broke the pistons. Yeah, I think I broke those two pistons. World edit and pistons do not get along. No! 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 Alright, hang on. Stick a piston up in the hole. Stick a piston. Go away. Up in the hole. Alright, that's gonna fix that. There we go. Yeah. I have definitely learned that lesson. Why aren't you working? Oh, because the ones above it are on. It's the same problem we were having. LOL. Alright. Okay, so since... That's a problem. Oh, so we're gonna have like a crazy slanty, crazy thing going on. I was hoping to be able to stagger it back and forth, but how is that? Well, I might be able to. You're right, because of the... because... that. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, I mean, that's not ideal, but it works, so... Who am I to complain? Other than for the sake of complaining. That's gonna make these little towers very... different. I'm not sure... Well, yeah, alright. That's gonna gut those towers. Alright, let's experiment with this. Experimentation. Alright, so since this one's gonna have to be moved to move to like so. Damn. Why is that not working now? Now what's wrong with it? Oh, redstone. In front here. Is that even doing it? That shouldn't do it, though. That shouldn't be causing that same problem, but... apparently it is, I guess? Oh, crap. Would that work? I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Let's find out. Let's see. Alright, so if this is powered, let's see, this would be powered then. Shoving that down, which powers that through. And powers it through. Yeah, technically that would work. In all technicality. Would that work in the other instance? I think it would. It would work. Alright, hold on. In which case, we can probably stagger these back to back to back to back. Because, like, if we do it like this, so put the thing here. And then we put this thing here. Oops. Here. Okay, so that's that, and then for this guy, who is back, let's see, if we put it here, that'll fix that. If we put this here, oh. Well, that's not going to work, because that is where our actual data is, which is bad. It's a nice thought. Nice thought. Right. You are right. If you were living. No, but we can't stagger it even further back. We tried that, and we still have the same problem. See, watch. Redo. Shift it all down, back again. And now what we have is the issue of, we've got, this isn't working at all. Maybe because of this. No, it's just flat up not working. It's just completely not working.
User
at all.
joined your channel.
Because reasons.
User left your channel.
Crap. Well, what started off as a brilliant solution ended up not. As is oh so often in this glorious pastime that we do. So let me move that back, because obviously that's not really going to do us any good. So now I got the data back. Alright, so now we must find another solution to our little problem. We must go back to the drawing board and hopefully get this stupid. Why is this? What? Oh, right, because of that. I knew that. Totally knew that. Alright, let's see. Shog was working on something, but it looks like he abandoned it. And Yoki's isn't gonna work. I can't stagger it. Well, it looks like we're just gonna have to go back with the adding a tick to everything, because that seems to be the only functional way to get this thing to work. Sideways like this, you mean? I mean, I could stagger it sideways like that, but oh my god, what a bussing nightmare that would create. It'd be better to try and add, you know, additional space above and below this thing. Well, let's see. Out of curiosity, let's see if I even have room to add space above and below. Let's dig down a bit. Into the void. Poof. It's scary down here. Okay. Let's see. So that gives us how many blocks? How many blocks have we got till we hit the void? The void of doom. So I got 16 blocks. And how many blocks till I hit the ceiling? Let's find out. There's the ceiling. I would need... I think that's actually a lot. Yeah. Technically, I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, I'd need 21 extra spaces, and I've got more than that. I don't even actually have to dig down. Like I've got 26 spaces here, so I could actually just go straight up. Alright, so basically I'm going to have to space all of this out an additional 1. There's 21 layers. So I would need 21 additional spaces, naturally. So I'm going to have to scoot it out a bit. I'm going to have to add another adapter, similar to this, though not quite as vicious, I hope. Yeah, there's 21 layers. Wait. ROM layers? Oh, you mean layers backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 8. There's 8 layers backward. But I wouldn't be spacing it one apart horizontally, would I? An idea using minecarts. Really? I must admit, I am quite curious. So while we see if, while Cronus sees if his idea is good or not, I'm going to try and figure out what we're going to be able to do to fix this. Basically, we're going to have to add an additional vertical layer. So I'm going to have to move this layer up. Well, technically, I'm going to have to move that layer by like 20, but move this layer. And this layer can stay the same. I'm going to move this layer up by 1, and this layer up by like 2. You know, so on and so forth until it all goes up. And then add more busing like this. Oh, jeez. No, I actually want to start at the bottom. And I'll explain why. Basically, I'm going to select this entire great big thing, shift it up by 1. Well, I mean, I suppose I could do it this way, but it would require a little more math. I just want to make sure, because I have a terrible time. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I have a terrible time with off by 1 errors. And it'd be my luck that I'd get it all the way up there and it would be off by 1. And I'd have to shift the whole thing anyway. Let's see. In order to do that, I would have to also add an additional layer of busing like this. Let's see how complex that busing would be. Let's see. So I'm currently at 4 blocks. I would be looking at 5 blocks. Right? Right. So if I take this, stack it. Oh God! Undo. Stack up. Stack 20 up. No. New. Oh, right. Now, stack 20 up. Alright, so that's basically... No. Off by 1. Undo. Nut, and... Nut. Oops, I was supposed to stick that one's not. Stack by 20. No! Undo! Stack 20 up. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we basically have right now. Close up of one of the units. Yeah, hang on. Let's get along this side. This is basically it right here. Five ticks less than the current setup. Yeah, technically it actually goes out to here. Yeah, you're right. Like that. Wow, and then, of course. Oops. Ha! Like that. Yep, that's how it is. Alright, so Cronus is going to test his new theory, his new system. That might involve minecarts, which is, I admit, extremely intriguing. We're going to take and see what it's going to take to do the busing. Stack 20 up. That's going to be a serious pain in the butt. Yep. Heading over there. Cronus wants to know the peak. Technically, there should be a block right here because, you know, for the pistons. Yep. All right. The new busing is going to require several blocks worth of depth. It's going to eat up a lot of depth. Specifically, it's going to eat up another 19 blocks worth of depth, which is a lot of blocks worth of depth for busing. No, well, depth this way. It's gonna add an addition. Basically, the width of this. See how wide this is? It's gonna be, you know, an additional busing adapter all the way back here. About the only way I could. The other way I could go about this is if I split the standard ROM up as well, and then just had this adapter work for that. I think I don't know. I don't even know if I could be able to do that because of the. Oh god, no, that's not really gonna work. Whee. Oops, too far. Give me some wool. Wool, 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 wool. There it is. Blah. Can't see. Oh, my normal ROM would go right here too. My normal ROM would have an additional layer also. Yeah, so I'd have my normal ROM. I'd add another, you know, unneeded layer to this so that it matched up with the necessariness of this, and then adapt this busing adapter to fit that. However, this whole setup is based on this amount of height, so it would require basically just repositioning and redoing like a whole bunch of crap, which is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I mean, I'll do it if I have to. Don't get me wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I've gutted this thing and started over. But I would really like to not have to. So while that is an option, it's basically I could do that, or I could bust it, or I could add a tick to the entire craziness. Add like 8 ticks to the whole of the display, which, you know, is dumb. And then of course maybe there is Kronos's technique, whatever Kronos's technique involves, involving minecarts, which I'm very curious about, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has come up with. Get some water. Precious water. You condensed Strog's version, Atlas? What did you do? Hi Mort, yeah, I'm here for my live stream. Well, the end of it. Technically I should have ended like 45 minutes ago. I'm at 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I always seem to run long in these things. So, well, I schedule myself for 2 hours. Sometimes it goes a little longer. Okay, there's that. Now see, I see what you have going here. Oh, hang on. Cronus is giving me a link. Dun dun dun. Let's see what it looks like. Guess there's a couple of them. Zoomed in. What? Not an advertisement. Okay. Alright, so we've got something going on there. I kind of see what he's going with. Get a close-up view here. Okay, so basically the piston comes down, shoves the minecart off. And I don't know, does that break the minecart? Looks like it breaks the minecart. Ah, stupid advertisements. Okay, hold on. The lever at the bottom left is input. The lever in the middle is lock. No, it puts the detector rail under the minecart. Right. Okay, so it puts the rail under the minecart. And does it pull the rail back then when it turns off? Alright, well, let me see if I can. Let me start building one. I have all of the resources at my disposal. Okay, so I'm just running from memory here. So we got that. We've got a lever for that. Let's see. Up here, actually. Let's see. This was. This is actually a piston facing down. And this is a piston facing out, like so. Right. Okay, now let's pull up his little image again. Let's go with the, where's that one? Back it up. Go with the further out image. Okay, so, and then a detector rail in front of that, minecart underneath that. Alright. Let's find the detector rails. Here we are. Detector rail. We'll stick it there. And then a minecart here, which we'll stick, no, there, I guess. Okay, something like that. Okay, oops. Whatever. Okay, so we got a detector rail, a minecart. And then this gets powered via, look like something like this. Let me check my thingy. Or I guess it doesn't really need that. And switches. So that pops down. That pulls it out. Something like that. And then that prevents power from going through, right? Right. And then of course we need So that activates it. What's the power feed through? Now we got a problem, because if this is powered and this turns off, it breaks. It does not work. It does not work. It broke. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. For sure. That's actually quite clever. It just doesn't pick up the thing. That's retract. Extend. I don't pull up. The problem is I can't independently control whether there's feed coming through here or not. From the backside. Same that we were having a problem with the other thing. Well, I don't think that this is for storage. This is just the inhibitor. This is just for inhibiting the signal from passing through or anything. That's an interesting idea. That's kind of fun. Unfortunately, not going to work for us. I think basically what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pull all this up. Well, I can at least keep all the data I put in. I just have to redo the busing if I want to keep. I'm just gonna have to do that. There's no way around it. I'm just gonna have to rebus all this, place this up, space it out, reposition both the screen and the user interface. Because I'm gonna have to bring this up a few so that it lays down properly. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or will I? Yeah, I'm going to. Because this has to be in the middle, so it's going to have to be shifted up a few. And which means this will have to be shifted up a few. Yes, words of confidence. Indeed. Alright, well let me kill this tower so that I don't confuse the heck out of myself later. That will not be something I will be doing today. Just FYI. That's an entire episode worthy of its own. Set air. So I'm not going to be doing that split today. In fact, I'm already an hour over what I'm supposed to be doing. So we'll save that for next week. So basically, what we've realized is that next week, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bump these up, separate them out by another, block, another space, and completely redo the busing again for the third time. And but we won't have to redo the imagery. The image that I put into it, well, I'll be able to save that. So the main work that I did today will be saved, and that's important. That is good. The less work I have to go back and tear out, the better. All right. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for taking part and helping me out, and we're trying to work through this together. We had some very unique and very fun solutions that didn't work out, but every solution that we work out and doesn't work out teaches us a little bit more about how to do or not to do something. So it's a good thing. All right, so next week, I'm back on my normal schedule now that the holidays are over. So next Friday, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be hopping on for episode 5. I would say that episode 3 was, I'm going to be calling The Great Undo. And it's looking a lot like episode 5 is going to be The Little Undo. And so I will look forward to seeing you all then. And I will be uploading all of the episodes to my YouTube channel now tonight after I get off here. So all the episodes up to 4 will be on my YouTube channel, and that way, all my YouTube subscribers will be able to follow along, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to get a few more viewers for next time. So again, see you tomorrow, next week, Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And happy redstoning.